Hey guys, it's Christian Singh here back from CNH Small for another review video for another rifle I got here. This rifle was actually given to me by my grandfather here. This is I'll give you a shout, you see inside here. This is a Remington Game Master Model 760. However, I don't have the box mag that came with the thing. I basically loaded one round at a time. It came in the 30-06 Springfield caliber, and it also has a Bushnell 3x9 scope on here that has a rear adjustment in the back here, as you see right here for that, so you can adjust it from 3 all the way up to 9. This gun, it's pretty accurate for one thing. Basically, it's actually a pump action style gun here. I'll show you here. You open it up like that. Man, you close it with your box magazine. I don't have a box magazine for it, as I mentioned before, but you can load them by hand or for that. So if you don't want to go out and spend money for a box magazine, I'm still trying to look for one online here this past few weeks, and they're going for about $40 to $50, like a new replacement one. And I was told by a few people that some of the replacement ones may be problematic, either to say the least. You might have to file down certain components like the feed lips or something else in the back on there. So I'm still looking online for an actual authentic OEM one out there for that, because I don't know what happened to the original one. It's just gone, and I really don't know what the heck happened to it anyway. So I'm just trying to look online to find one that'll actually fit for this specific gun here for that. And as I said before, it is a caliber 30-06 Springfield for that. That ammunition retails for usually about you can find it cheap online, like one of those golden bear maybe. It's probably around 25, 30 bucks for a box of 20, or if you get the higher end stuff like the Winchester or some of the real high end brand out there for that, like Remington maybe or something, you're looking at probably about $40 for a box for high end ammunition. And the bullet weight fluctuates from about mid 140s up to I think about 160 or 160 grains for the bullet weight for that. So basically, this gun has an excellent bore down inside here. Basically, you can do a cheap and dirty way of checking your bore simply by taking, this is I call it the whore's way of checking your bore. Basically, take a piece of paper like this right here, and basically all you got to do is just rip it along the edge like so. Take it like that, the white piece right here, and basically open up your chamber area in here, as it's already open, so it's good to go. And basically put it near a light source, or you can take it outside, and just put your piece of white paper down into the action like I'm doing here, and you look down straight through it, and that's basically a piss poor way of checking your barrel out to make sure what the condition it is, how it looks, what the grooves and lands look like, checking the crown end where the rifling comes out the end on there for that. And that's about a real easy way to do it. It's like, say you go to a gun show or something like that, and you don't have your bore light, or you go to your local gun shop and got a couple of used guns you want to look at there. Just take a little piece of paper with you. The guys behind the counter might not want to give you a bore light or something like that. So just keep a piece of paper in your pocket. It's a long rectangular shaped piece of paper, and just put it down the action like I showed right there. And that's a quick and dirty way of checking out the condition of your bore, chamber, and your rifling up and down through the barrel. This one has 6 grooves in the rifling for here anyway. So this gun's unloaded. There's nothing in it. Yeah, I got six grooves in there for that. And it's a pump action, as I said before. It's supposed to have a box magazine, however, it does not. I don't have one for it. Apparently something happened to it. Either it got lost, or maybe my uncle misplaced it or something. I don't really know. But the safety, it's the same basically with your Mohawk 48 as I made the previous video before. You just got your standard safe and fire right down here. Fires all the way over to the right. Safe is all the way over to the left. And as I said before, this is a Remington Game Master Model 760. As far as I know, it's all OEM. Has the OEM scope mounts, OEM scope on the top on there as well too. Everything is as it was as whenever I believe my uncle or my grandfather got it, probably about 30 or 40 years ago. So basically everything is in relative good shape on this gun. So it is accurate. Basically, this one was originally set for a 100-yard calibration, or so basically it should be dialed in 100 yards from that specific time period. I don't know what ammunition my grandfather used in here, but basically it was shooting a little high at 100 on there for that. So basically I was fooling around with some different ammunition out there, and it seems to be liking the lower 140, about 145 grain bullets, because they do have different grains of bullets that are for this caliber right here. So if you do shoot different bullet weights, you might have different points of impact to where it's actually going from, because I don't know what they actually use in the factory to calibrate the sighting system on or for that, because I don't have the owner's manual or anything else like that for that. So and plus, since the gun's at least 30 to 40 years old, they're probably not going to have that stuff on file anymore anyway, because they updated all the systems after they come on line with the computers and stuff like that. So basically, if you're going to try sighting a gun like this after you get one, or you get a yard sale or a flea market, or you go to your pawn shop or whatever, just get maybe 2 or 3 different blocks of ammunition, like Remington, Winchester, and get different load types that are for that. Get like their standard full metal jacket load, and just get like maybe 2 or 3 different types of weights out there, and see how the gun's going to shoot, and compare them which one actually shoots the best, because each gun is going to have its own personality out there for that when shooting at her. So you might have to change your point of impact from where you're actually shooting at on the target. So just be aware of that. And overall, it's a relatively good gun. It still has the majority of bluing on here. It got a little bit of rust up on top of the barrel on here, but it's not that pronounced. The sling, still leather. It has some small amount of mold. I think he kept it down at the basement, I think, so it did have some humid environment basically was left in, so it does have a little bit of mold on its sling on here. But other than that, it functions and cycles okay. The bolt looks okay down inside there. Everything works okay. Basically, I recommend just checking out the bolt and stuff like that at any time you do interested in possibly buying one of these, stuff like that. Make sure everything's okay, but it is a free floating bolt down inside there. Make sure it's loose down inside there, and it's not like sticking or binding up or anything else like that. So basically, that's about all the features I can really mention to you. Basically, I almost forgot to mention, your sights, you can actually use your typical iron sights on here with the scopes of your scope, or something happens to your scope, you use your iron sights. If something happens to your iron sights, you can use scope, because basically the iron sights are directly below the scope railing and rings portion right here. So basically they fit perfectly. This portion fits perfectly underneath the loops here for your scope. So basically that's a good backup if you need to, and they look fine to me, no problem. Scope looks clean, scope looks clear, don't have a problem. And the scope, or I should say the iron sights, look perfectly fine in our foot as well too. So if anybody knows where I can get a original OEM authentic magazine for one of these things, drop me a line on my page here. As I said before, this is a Remington Game Master Model 760 in caliber 30-06 Springfield, so it has to be the specific box magazine for that. So drop me a line here if you can find me one, or I'm going to try to look on eBay and see if I can find maybe one on eBay or some other website out there for that. But because I'm trying to find an OEM one, not a replica or aftermarket one, because aftermarket ones tend not to fit properly. So if anybody can help me out with that, that sounds good to me. Just leave me a message on my page here, and I'll go from there for that. As long as they're relatively cheap, because the aftermarket ones I looked at online, they're going for about $35, $40, $45 out there for that. And I don't know why a OEM one would cost more than that when the aftermarket ones are basically built to the same specifications. So that's one man's review of the Remington Game Master rifle here. This is a pump action. It's almost like your shotgun out there. So basically, right now, I basically load it as you would with a typical shotgun. Just put a bullet right in a chamber rather than loading with a magazine. So anybody has any questions, whatnot, just drop me a line here, and I'll see if I can answer any questions you have about this specific model right here. I'll see you guys.